Acculorber Forecast, Acculorber Forecast. I went up to heaven.
I enjoy every day once a week, and this season coming up offers at least 2 or 3 such weeks where the anhedonia we live with is less arduous mental state and more zydeco juke joint that Clifton Chenier might sing about and in. The season I'm talking about is fall, and that thing you felt earlier today, that blast of rain and wind and a temperature drop of 20 degrees, that was fall coming in the front door while summer sneaks out the back. Like all worthwhile affairs, summer was a hot mess, but now it's time to get your old autumn clothes out of storage and do the laundry. You know what your sweaters smell like? Last year's hopes and dreams. We better set them to extra double soak and crazy spin cycle. Sorry if you are planning on taking a shower this weekend, but I'm using all the hot water this weekend. It's going to be stunningly cold, but there is no more reason to get mad at the air for being chilly as there is to get mad at Congress for being the shittiest one ever by any measure. Just as fall is the natural conclusion of summer, the fall of the empire is the natural conclusion of policies that run counter to fundamentals of morality, right? We can't be mad at the government because they're doing exactly what the system into which we elected them requires them to do. The Democrats and Republicans are essentially Hansel and Gretel, technically different, but really very, very close siblings. They're both there to make the world comfortable for the corporations that finance their campaigns. They're both responsible. They don't just want short-term profits at the expense of the environment and broader economy. They want the financial and natural worlds to hold off on imploding, at least until the industries they were elected to regulate and pass laws on, at least long enough for those industries to give them the jobs they were promised when their terms are up. We can be mad at the idiot child Hansel and Gretel made together, the Tea Party, which is different from their parents in that the tea beggars think obliterating all government interventions will fill corporate coffers even quicker. Of course, it will, but it will also demolish what's left of the economy, the environment, and while the companies will make billions of dollars, dollars will be worthless. Everyone in power is freaked out by what their small government rhetoric hath wrought. Of course, there are still the progressives in Congress who create the illusion that we have a chance. Their valiant efforts are a little like demanding appendectomies at a Foot Locker or sandlessness at the beach. Even though our world was predicated on progressive, egalitarian, humanist ideals, those ideals were not meant to be taken seriously. They were marketing tools to sell the American Revolution to the people who were fighting it, people who might not go for a revolution if they knew it was actually designed to replace the regressive, unegalitarian, often inhumane British colonial system with a replica different only insofar as the accents were less charming. The American rhetoric took on a life of its own, though, fueled by people's tangible desire to have a decent life, and has survived and even grown stronger despite everyone's efforts to crush, disrupt, and villainize this, the very thing that's best in all of us. Here's why I find the rise of the heinous Tea Party strangely reassuring. The Republicans' rhetoric has been venomous enough to spawn a national hate group, and the Democrats have been no less complicit, acquiescing to and even extending the Republicans' demands. But the fact that the national parties have had to become extremist organizations means that the progressive, humanist spirit has never been stronger. A complex organism never does things which aren't necessary. The media wouldn't be freaking us out daily with stories of terrorism, debt, socialism, and so forth unless the force of the human spirit were not stronger now than it has ever been. This is a remarkable moment, the beginning of this fall, not for the austerity we are being made to endure, but for the reason that from around every corner, the drive to embrace one another, the drive to make our own lives more fulfilling, is rising up more powerfully than ever before. If you're going out to celebrate being human and alive this weekend, wear a jacket because it's going to be cold, and until the marketers of fear and hate run out of clean coal-powered steam, we will get the health care, and we get the health care that we deserve. I don't want you going out and getting sick. So Friday, high of 65, low of around 50 degrees, and it's going to be sunny. And then the rest of the weekend, highs in the upper 60s, lows around 55, and partly cloudy straight through Monday. That's it for now. Remember to set your clocks back this weekend. Farewell.
Acculorber Forecast, Acculorber Forecast. I went up to heaven.
Where did heaven? It's like the rain when the hurricane comes. I went down to hell. fire all put out.